Hello and welcome to RepairSolutionsPRO how-to video series. My name is Steve Caruso, and in this video we're going to show you the full diagnostic and repair process for DTC P0456 evaporative emission system small leak detected on a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let's get started. Before jumping into diagnostics, always start with a full inspection of the vehicle. Document the symptoms and background information. This includes when did the problem first start? What did the driver notice? Were there any previous repairs? What was the driving conditions when the problem occurred? Were there any warning lights, smells, or strange noises when the problem also occurred? This information will help you prepare your diagnostic strategy and possibly reduce your repair time. Once you gather the information, go ahead and start your initial inspection by performing a visual inspection of the entire evaporative emission system before further detailed diagnostics. Check for torn intake boots, broken or missing vacuum tees, cracked, broken, or disconnected wiring harnesses. Check the gas cap, if applicable, damaged filler neck, evaporative hoses, electrical connectors, ESIM assembly, purge valve, canister, and all the seals and gaskets for cracks, looseness, damage, or deteriorations. Ensure the hoses and fittings are properly connected without kinks, obstructions, debris contamination. If any obvious damage or leaks are found, repair them before continuing the diagnostic steps in this procedure. For additional information, consult the service manual or relevant TSBs. After the visual inspection's been completed, connect your scan tool to the DLC. Turn the key to the on position, engine off. Use the tool to retrieve diagnostic trouble codes and freeze frame data. In this case, we're dealing with the P0456 evaporative emission system small leak detected. That means the PCM has detected a small leak in the EVAP system. Look at the freeze frame data to understand the engine conditions when the code was stored, such as fuel tank pressure sensor value and ESIM switch status. These details help recreate the conditions that triggered the fault. Next, review the vehicle's service and maintenance history. This includes any work that may have been done recently, like fuel or EVAP system repairs. You also need to search for any TSBs related to the code for the vehicle's year and model. Next, to diagnose the issue, we'll need some equipment such as a handheld vacuum pump and a scan tool. Then we're going to do some necessary setup. We're going to remove the engine cover. Then disconnect the purge valve outlet tube. Use the handheld vacuum pump and connect it to the evaporative hose. Turn the key on, engine off. Using your scan tool, jump into the OEM data. Choose PCM system. Open the live data and select the PIDs for ESIM switch and the fuel tank pressure sensor. Now observe the fuel tank pressure sensor to check the FTP sensor stability. This step verifies the sensor outputs the correct zero reading when no pressure or force is applied. This is called a zero reference check. The value should be close to 0 inches of water or 0 PA, with plus or minus 0.20 inches of water or plus or minus 50 PA being acceptable. If the value is stable, move to the next step. If the value fluctuates more than 0.830 inches of water or over 200 PA within 1 minute, the system is unstable for testing. Wait to allow the fuel expansion and the positive or negative pressure to stabilize and then recheck and continue. Next, we'll test the ESIM switch operation by checking the switch spring tension. While monitoring the ESIM switch and the fuel tank pressure sensor, pull a vacuum and the ESIM switch pressure should be between a negative 180 PA and a negative 250 PA. As the vacuum increases beyond a negative 500 PA, The small weight inside the ESIM should lift to vent the excess vacuum and then reseat as the vacuum decreases, keeping the switch closed. If the fuel tank pressure sensor holds and the ESIM switch closes, proceed to perform the positive pressure test with the large weight sealing and then check the purge valve. If the fuel tank pressure sensor holds and the ESIM switch opens, the ESIM is defective and needs to be replaced. Now that we've confirmed the ESIM is faulty, we're going to replace it. Follow this procedure step by step for both the removal and installation. Fuel vapors can catch fire, so no smoking or open flames. Always wear your safety goggles and your gloves. Now let's go ahead and remove it. Switch the ignition to the off position and isolate the key from the vehicle. Lift the vehicle. Remove the left rear wheel. Remove the left rear wheel housing splash shield. Disconnect the ESIM electrical connector and fresh air hose. Push the locking tab on the back of the ESIM towards the ESIM and then rotate the ESIM counterclockwise by 1/4 of a turn to remove it. Let's install the new ESIM. The fresh air hose that attaches to the ESIM must have a clear opening to the atmosphere. Check the fresh air hose, including the fresh air filter, for obstructions or restrictions at the ESIM. If a restriction is present, it may prevent free airflow and cause early shutoff of the fuel fill nozzle during refilling. Ensure that the O-ring and the EVAP canister openings are clean. Install the new O-ring onto the groove in the EVAP canister. Ensure that it is fully seated in the groove. Install the new ESIM onto the EVAP canister and rotate to engage the locking tab. Reconnect the fresh air hose and the electrical connector. Put the wheel housing shield back in place. Ensure that it is aligned and install the clips, screws, and rivets. Reinstall the left rear wheel and tire. Lower the vehicle. Once the ESIM's been replaced, it's time to confirm that the EVAP system has no leaks and the ESIM fixed the concern. Follow these steps. 1. Clear the diagnostic trouble codes, freeze frame, and I&M readiness data stored in the vehicle's computer using your scan tool. 2. Review the trip cycle for the evaporative system monitor with the vehicle in the key-on engine running position and ensure the monitor icon is showing green or gray, which means it's enabled. You can now follow the trip cycle in the tool or follow the trip as outlined in your service manual or emissions guide. This ensures the OBD system rechecks that the EVAP system is operating correctly. 3. After completing the trip or drive cycle, use the scan tool to check for I&M readiness monitor status, pending or confirmed DTCs. If there are no codes present and the I&M readiness status is green, then the repair is complete. This includes the entire process for fixing P0456 on a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Thanks for watching, and for more information, visit us at pro.repairsolutions.com. See you soon.